about pharmaceuticals and Delhi or North India, he does know who Mr. Parashar is. He's been working with Ranbaxy Laboratories Limited for the last 25 years and handling their supply chain functions, which includes organizing production, priority, categorization, and to contribute to business profitability by providing cost-effective logistics solutions to achieve short and long-term objectives of customer servicing globally. It's acquired expertise in validation of processes and providing cold chain solutions by benchmarking ourselves with international standards. Mr. Parashar will share with us what the logistics supply chain of pharmaceutical industry does need. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Parashar.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have some slides to present about, which is purely in a customer perspective and related to pharma exports. Before I go through the presentation, I would like to comment or add that today it's very important to understand that what is supply chain. And there are certain aspects of supply chain, like how robust are our processes, what type of technology do we have, as other speakers have said, what type of infrastructure do we have, what are the shortcomings and loopholes we have in our system. If we go deep into these issues, let me tell you, then we can identify the problems and we can identify those areas of concern which need immediate attention. And identification of these areas or problems, once we identify the problem, we know that 60% of work is already done. But what happened? We don't recognize the problem. And we keep on finding that, okay, where is the problem? Most important aspect of supply chain is that, we need to understand, identify the problem first. Once we do that, then we can assist authorities, we can help authorities to design SOPs, to design policies, which all stakeholders can adopt and come out with a clear vision, a clear mandate of one point agenda, that low cost and lead time also reduced, means dual time. This is the fundamental of a strong, robust supply chain. Supply chain is a system, as I said, is organization, people, technology, activities, information and sources involving for moving a product or service from supplier to the customer. As I said, success of supply chain lies in the link, every link of the supply chain need to perform effectively. Otherwise, supply chain cannot be a robust supply chain. So that's very, very important. It starts from warehouse, maybe a loading, unloading, handling activities, transportation, airport handling, and then arrival at the destination. And how do we handle our cargo at the time? That's also very important. I will mention a few points that what are the challenges we face during this journey. But these are the basically stakeholders who are involved, and these are the links involved in our supply chain. Why it is important in today's scenario? Because challenges are rising. Customer expectations are increasing. Competition is becoming tougher. Regulatory requirements are becoming more and more stringent. As I mentioned about those regulatory agencies like FDA or EU. Quality parameters are now very, very strict. You need to ensure that, particularly in case of pharma, because it is going for human consumption. Who are the different stakeholders? There are two legs. One, India, and then across the world. India means exporting, importing. Then we have quality control and production. What is the expectation of quality control and production people? They expect that we should deliver the product the way they deliver to us. But how we place the product in the market, that needs to be seen. Service provider in the warehouse. Now, the service provider who is servicing us while moving our goods from warehouse to the main gate port, what sort of processes he has, what sort of technology does he have. The insurance companies are their reinsurer. Now, insurance company is a very important link. How you handle your supply chain, because it adds cost. If they are not happy with your supply chain processes, how you handle it, they know that your supply chain, your logistics, or your placement of goods may not be safe or prone to many hazards. So therefore, might be that your premium negotiation will go up. You will not able to negotiate better rates with the insurance companies. So your transaction cost will go high. So it's a very important link. Transport company, as the earlier speaker said, it's a very important aspect, particularly in pharma. How we do the transport company. I will be talking this later. CHA and forwarders. Service providers at main gate airports. Very, very important. Because other parameters, you can talk to these people. You can interact with these people. You can guide those people. But people at that, at the main gate port, like handling airlines, airport authority, you don't have much say over there. So how those people are trained to handle the cargo is very, very important. And regulators in India, like ministries, customs, ADC, etc., also play a very important role in, deciding what they decide the lead time of the product. When you will be able to place the cargo at the destination. And it is the customer requirement or not. Across the borders. All these agencies again, like handling in distant transit points, airline, regulatory agencies of the respective countries, forwarders, and the transport company. Why efficient supply chain critical to pharma exports? As I said, because product is used for human consumption. Now, one more, because this is the role of the regulatory agencies. Regulatory agencies will give you approval. That okay, now the patent of that product is already in force. You cannot place the product before the patent expires. And patent expires on midnight of a particular day. So you can place the cargo only after midnight of that particular day when the patent expires. So it becomes very, very important. If your supply chain is not robust, you are not going to hit that day one launch. So it becomes very, very important. Might be that sometimes you have to send the cargo through a charter. Sometimes you have to use a line flight depending upon load of the cargo. If it is a charter, you can manage that, okay, everything is in your control. But if it's a line flight, anything can happen. Any delay can happen. So you need to ensure through your robust processes that we take care of something. Long lead time of production. Pharma is a very unique sector. With proper GPS tracking system. It's not only the tracking system that weighs the vehicle. We want to know that at a given time what is the temperature in the vehicle. Now GPS system needs to attach with the temperature that you want. And with that will give you an indication that okay, now this vehicle is running as per the desired temperature or not. If there is any problem, you get an SMS or you get an alert so that you can educate the people, you can protect the people that okay, this vehicle is not as per the standards. Now, when the consignment reaches the main gate port, the major problem we face is the congestion-free and offload facility. Delhi also we face this problem, and even that other airports as well. So, as the earlier speaker has said, what we are suggesting over here that UP medical preparation should be allowed to the exporters or to the forwarders. So that we prepare the BUP over there and bring it over here so that acceptance, fast acceptance of cargo means BUP just offer 2 BUP in a truck. Whereas if the lorry containing 2,000 shippers, you can imagine how much time it will take. And there is no proper ramp. That's also a problem. And there is no facility of offloading the skips. That also becomes a bottleneck. And the second thing, that X-ray facility for BUPs. That's very important. If you allow BUPs to make in exporters warehouse or with the forwarders, But if there is no facility to scan the BMP, again it will be dismantled. It's again same thing, repeated loading and unloading. So we need to avoid that. Hygienic storage, very important. Because these regulatory agencies, they would like to visit and see how we keep our cargo at what step and at which facility. So that's very important because we handle different perishables from the ports. So we need to ensure that we keep pharma as well as other perishables going items separately. Time to custom clearance, storage to the required temperature, 2 to 8 degree temperature. There are different requirements for different products. 50 to 25 degree. We need to ensure that proper material is kept in the proper chamber. Then when the cargo is moved from tarmac to cool chain, that's very important because what happens? So here that one part is that create trust and trust others. If you trust others, automatically your dwell time will decrease. And all these issues like anything that will make that congestion at the reception at the airport or congestion with the airline, everything will go. Same way, once cargo is handed over, now it comes to the airlines. Now, who handles the cargo? It's not airline, it's the handling agent. So training to handling agent is again a big challenge because they don't know. They are handling pallets, they are handling shippers. They don't know that what is what. So handling and how to distinguish the cargo, that is very, very important. So there has to be a proper method handling sensitive cargo like pharmaceuticals. Because if they don't, because for them it's a day-to-day routine. It's a day-to-day activity for them. They don't know what they are handling. So distinguishing the product is very, very essential. Waiting at the target. As I said earlier, that cargo is removed, it will remain at the target. Now what we are suggesting, because why it happens? Because one tractor will come, it will take out cargo from the general place and then from the cool chain and that entire lane will go and then they will place the cargo near the where the aircraft will come. And it remains hours over there. So what we are suggesting that it should be removed. Sensitive cargo should be removed separately and general cargo should be removed separately to minimize exposure at the time. Mixing of cargo by airlines to optimize yield and maximize revenue. We have no issue, no problem. It's a practice of the trade. But training the people, which cargo to be mixed with what? If you mix a heavy cargo with the cartons, nobody can avoid damage. So we need to see that no mixing or mixing is done judiciously. Palletization inside the cool chain facility. We have seen, entire pharma is handled or custom cleared in cool chain facility. But sometimes airline what they do, when they make the pallets, they don't get proper yield. They take out that the pallet outside, do the topping outside with a general cargo, and it remains there only for hours. 10, 12 hours. Now, what will happen to that product? There is a better organ inside. Now, better organ will show the temperature, the normal temperature. But that thought is not going to accept it. It is excursion for them. So, I am sending a consignment by A, paying higher cost, reaching cargo at the destination. When they take download, there is excursion. Now, cargo is lying with the customer, but I cannot deliver that cargo to the customer. Reason known to us, not to the customer. I cannot tell him there is excursion, so sorry, I cannot give this product to you. Then you can imagine that sending it by air, then again I have to draw samples, send it to testing lab, then it is validated, then basically put it into stability, and then I have to clear it. It's a 1.5 month activity. So why I have said I can send it by air? It would be better than if I send it by sea. So these are the challenges. And then same way, handling at hub, storage, setting priority for immediate transfer of cargo, and then lastly, safe delivery.